Well. Mercy, good morning. The countdown is on. The Republicans believe they're winning. And I do believe that sometimes when you say something over and over, you begin to hear it so much that you actually believe it. So now they're blaming the president for the shutdown of the government. Oh my goodness. I do believe that lots of the Tea Partiers who are now in charge of the Republican Party, they're just losing it. Okay, I can't get what I want, so let me just shut the government down. You know that toddler in the supermarket that is wanting candy or wanting a truck or wanting a doll, and mom says no, and that toddler rages in the supermarket, embarrasses the parent? Well, I wonder who the Republicans, especially the Tea Party Express people, who do they think they're actually hurting right now? As you think about that, I say welcome to the Diana Wright Show. This is it. And we're live, and we welcome you from around the world and in the United States. And I can see the Europeans going, those stupid American people, what is wrong with them? Seriously? They're now blaming the president and Harry Reid for wanting the shutdown after they've been telling us this for months. Do they think we're dumb, stupid, blind, deaf, or just not in tune with what's going on? And I don't want to hear anything about any polls and who don't like what. I think what the Republicans, the Tea Partiers, are doing, and John Boehner, the speaker, is allowing them to do, is just plain stupid. And I've heard the gamut. The Tea Party Express is being called extremist, terrorists, hostage takers. Oh my God. All because of one thing called Obamacare to help people who cannot get insurance for themselves to help them to do so. Would the Republicans really want people to continue to go to the emergency room for their health care? Is there anything or anyone who remembers, and go into your history books because I wasn't around that time, when Medicare and Social Security were introduced, they were never introduced as perfect programs. So why are we expecting a big piece of legislation, which is indeed law, like Obamacare or the Affordable Care Act, or ACA as it's being shortened for today? Do we really expected it to be rolled out perfectly tomorrow and perfectly January 1? If you expected that, you're foolish. Because nothing of that magnitude rolls out in a perfect manner. Especially when Republican governors and lawmakers and business Republican CEOs are trying to block this thing from beginning. So do we really expect that it's going to run smoothly? Come on, people, wake up and smell the roses that are outside your window. Or sniff your coffee and get some sense into your brain. If something is going to take place like the Affordable Care Act, which takes and starts going in, well, some parts of it are in effect already, like the 26-year-old who is still on their parents' insurance. And if you have a pre-existing condition, you still can get insurance. Are the Republicans really wanting that to go away? Oh, so I heard what's her name? Amy Kramer? She sounds like a damn bully, talking about she is a chairperson for the Tea Party Express. And what she says, does she really think that the president is not negotiating and the president should come to the negotiating table? What does she know? Does she know who the president is calling behind the scenes and talking about, oh, the president is negotiating with Iran and Rouhani, and he's not negotiating with his own people, his Congress? How many times did he give away to the Republican Congress what they wanted? This same dance was dancing in 2011. After the Republicans won the midterm elections in 2010 and came in with their people that are extremist terrorists and the hostage takers and blockers of everything. And I heard someone talking about, oh, he should act like he's president. And what do? Yes, the reason that Iran is now willing to come to the table, I am guaranteeing that it's because the president himself and his people stuck it to them with what's called sanctions. And when Iran realizes that their economy is crumbling and their people are starving, then they're forced to come to the table. So President Obama, keep standing your ground. This is when stand your ground law should come in. Because people are just about losing their sanity. The Tea Party Express is now trying to blame the Democrats and the president for the shutdown of the government. Now they really think that everyone has gone cuckoo and not registering what's going on. Ted Cruz with his fake filibuster, his cruisathon, and reading of Dr. Seuss on the Senate floor. What do we think is going on in this country? Well, I'll tell you, because I'm sure you've heard it before, it's all about hate for Barack Hussein Obama. And more than likely, and more so than not, they hate the name Hussein. They think he was not born here. They think he is a Muslim. They think he is this and that, and oh my God, only because the black part of him is more evident than the white part of him? Because I bet you if Barack Obama looked more like his mother, who's from Kansas, we might not be going through this. But could someone in the Republican Party get some sanity and say to these people, Tea Partiers, shut up because you don't know anything? And you're not hurting Obama. You're hurting the American people that you keep talking about. They need to stop. The Republicans need to truly stop talking about middle class and poor. They hate poor people anyway, and they hate middle class people. They hate black people, white people, Spanish people. I think they hate everybody, including themselves. Because I guarantee you, Speaker Boehner, Ted Cruz, Rand Paul, Paul Ryan, if they look inside themselves, can they really truly look in the mirror and say, I love me? I'm not so sure about that. Because they're operating from a level of hate. And how much hate can we all stand anyway? Now, 2014 is going to be a very, very interesting year for each and every one of us. All these Republican guys who are trying to shut the government down, they're all rich, all have millions of dollars. From Issa to Boehner to Kerry, to all of them. And they're acting like toddlers throwing tantrums on the Republican side. And you silly, silly, silly constituents, do you think that Ted Cruz or John Boehner or Rand Paul or Paul Ryan is thinking about you? Do you truly think that they're thinking about you? And even the Tea Partiers, the Tea Party Express, do you truly believe that Ted Cruz is fighting for you? No. Ted Cruz is fighting for Ted Cruz to be in the media and become a household name and raise money for his next campaign. Mr. Snob don't want to study with anyone unless you went to Harvard or Princeton? I wonder if he knows that Jesus discipled and preached to everyone. Does he know that? And I'm sick and tired of hearing these Republicans talk about the Christian and the conservative. They are not Christians. They are lying to you. Christians? Is that the way Christians? Well, if that's the way Christians believe, I don't think Jesus wanted any Christians here. Because all I see, and I think most people see, especially if you are brown or black, you see hate and blockage and terrorism. That's what you see. They talk about the terrorists from overseas. They're behaving like ones. Come on, people. I'm not quite sure what we intend to do with this country. Are the Republicans just trying to wreck it to show that Obama was not a good president? And the person I heard this morning talking about, oh, he should come out and act presidential. What the hell are you talking about? Have you ever been president? We're always so quick to kill people, shoot them down. The last time I heard Obama negotiating with Boehner, Boehner is the one who stepped from the table and said he's not going back. Has everyone forgotten that part? It is so disheartening to listen to big men and women in Congress and in the Tea Party talk a lot of crap. It really is disgusting to see adults behaving like toddlers and expecting us to be stupid. So something that they've been preaching about, first they wanted to repeal Obamacare. Then they wanted to do what? Defund it. Then now they're saying what? Oh, let's delay it for a year. And what's going to happen? Magically in a year it's going to be all nice and sweet? No, it's going to be fought against by the Republican governors like that of Rick Scott in Florida and all the other ones, Scott Walker in Wisconsin, and the businessmen who are indeed Republicans are trying to do it, block it in their companies too. So how do you do this and get away with it and accept and expect us as people to be stupid so we don't understand? And Americans just need to get a life and go on the line and research it yourself. Stop waiting for politicians to spoon feed you with their own rhetoric of lies. My God, come on people, wake up. And stop acting like you're hurting Barack Obama. Obama is not running for any more offices. Hello? Does anyone know that? Mitch McConnell, on his journey the first 4 years to make sure that Obama was not only a one-term president, he failed at that. So now they say, okay, let's block everything he tries to do. Even though we're killing the American people in the process, we're going to kill the economy. And do you really know what it means if the government shuts down at midnight tonight? Oh, Social Security checks won't go out. Soldiers won't be paid. You want me to continue? People will be furloughed that work for the government. Your paychecks will not be in the bank. How about that? Well, yeah, I guess they'll let the air traffic controllers continue to work. And have they forgotten what Reagan did? When the air traffic controllers went on strike, he made them go on strike and then he fired them. Is there a way to fire all those Tea Party people and all those Republicans who are acting stupid? There should be a way, you know. I'm not talking about recall because that takes too long. There should be an instant way to fire them the way Reagan fired all those air traffic controllers. There should be a way to get rid of your congressperson who is acting stupid. You know, you just sit down and you wonder, why? My God, how many times are we going to go through this? It's the same recurring decimal every single time. Now we're going to hold on now because October 17th, here comes the debt ceiling. Woo! The president already said he's not negotiating that. So I wonder now if all of us decide not to pay our bills like the Republicans would want the government not to do, and see what happens to us. And if we all behaved like the Tea Partiers in Congress and the Republicans, because to me I blame all the Republicans, not just the Tea Partiers, because John Boehner should not allow those little wimps to push him around. So imagine if we all did this on our jobs, how fast we will be fired, just like those air traffic controllers that Reagan fired. So what are we going to do, people? Are you going to go vote for them again in 2014? Hell no, you're not. Let all of them go out there and campaign, and when the day comes to go to the polls, no one shows up. And let's see what they do. I would love to see something like that. America is so busy going to other countries and trying to tell them how to run their government, how to run their elections, and we can't even run our own. We can't run our own elections. That's obvious. We can't run our government. That's obvious. So why do we insist on trying to go into other people's countries? You know, oh, this is the third world, and oh, this is parts of Europe. They don't know what they're doing. We don't know what we're doing either. All because of what, about 60 Tea Partiers and lots of Republicans. You remember Paul Ryan? Oh, all he talked about was the deficit. Now that the deficit is going down, and it's down more than it has been in 50 years, he no longer speaks about that. Now it's Obamacare. What is going to be next? Is it going to be come kill all of you black and brown people? What is it going to be? What is next for the Tea Partiers and the Republicans? What can we expect next? Forget about the debt ceiling, because you know they're going to solve it. They take us down to the brink all the time and act as if we're stupid. I just simply hate when people act like I'm stupid. And right now, the Republicans are acting like we're all a bunch of fools. And Republicans, you better stop calling yourself Christians, because you're not. Even the church people who are Republicans who are calling themselves Christians and telling their congregation to go and vote Republican, like some of these churches I know right here in Florida, they need to just stop. And all these pastors too, building these big old churches. Jesus never had no big old church. He went from place to preach and preached in people's houses. It's all about ego and dressing up in your Italian suits and acting like you're all that. When are we as people, consumers, voters, going to realize that all these people in authority are just lying to us? When do we do that? My goodness gracious me. Wow. You know, I'm seriously, I'm going to take a break and I'm going to come back in just a moment, because this is just seriously getting on my nerves. Seriously. Getting on my nerves. Really getting on my nerves. And it should get on yours too. Speak. Hello everyone. It doesn't matter who you are, how rich you are, how poor you are. But there has to be a point in your life, and you will come to that point, where you have to take someone you love to the hospital. But have you ever considered that you could take that loved one, in my case, my only child, to the hospital in a normal state, and then you leave 5 months later, brain damaged, in a wheelchair, without your senses? This is my true story, Deadly Negligence, the book, available on Amazon and at my website, dianawrighttv.webs.com. I'm asking you today to get a copy. Support my story. Let us get this out there, because this story will captivate you. It will shock you. It will give you hope. It will increase your faith and make you believe in miracles again. Thank you for picking up your copy today. And just in case you know Oprah Winfrey or Tyler Perry or Mr. Levinson, let them know this is worth a movie. Thank you. Get your copy today. Okay, I am back with you, and just another thought here. I just heard Speaker Boehner speak before I got on the air, and Speaker Boehner has the nerve to be saying this. He's blaming Obamacare for the lack of growth in the U.S. economy. Oh my God! Speaker Boehner, you really think we're dumb, right? You really think we're fools, right? Hello? My golly, wow. Speaker Boehner actually said that. Did he say that? And he likes to talk about, the president says he's not negotiating the debt ceiling. That's not how it works around here. Well, you walked away from the negotiating table and you didn't want to negotiate in 2011 either. Oh my God, I'm just tired. I'm tired. How tired are you of these guys? Stop voting for them to go to Congress and to the Senate. Because they're not going to do your business. They're going to do their own business and their own grandstanding and their own fake filibusters. And their own talking to Mr. Rush Limbaugh, who seemed to be the other person running the Republican government. The Republican Party is just ridiculous. And they truly expect that people would vote for them? As bad as the Democrats are, well, I'm so glad I'm independent. Independent minds want to know, is this the way the Republicans can plan to continue blocking jobs, blocking infrastructure plan, blocking Obamacare, blocking, terrorizing? Is this the way they're going to govern and continue to govern? Because every year it seems to get worse, because in 2011 it wasn't as bad as it is right now. The only difference now is that they're trying to turn the table, because when Mr. Ted Cruz realized that what he was going to do is not going to work, he started blaming the president and blaming the Democrats. Bullies, man. Bullies. When you approach a bully, when someone tries to bully you, like I remember when I started going to high school, you have these bunch of girls who come around and they call it ragging. So, they tried it with me? Hell no. And I just said, oh yeah, you're coming to bully me or you're coming to rag me? Try it. And guess what? The principal's office is right here, so I'll just walk right in there and report each and every one of you. Of course, they just all left because they're a bunch of wimps. That's how it goes with bullies. When you face a bully head on, that bully backs down. So kudos to President Barack Hussein Obama, who is finally standing up to the Republicans, especially those crazy Tea Partiers anyway. Kudos to you, President Barack Hussein Obama. And be proud of your name. You didn't give it to yourself. Your mother gave it to you. And what's in a name anyway? Huh? What is it in a name? And what is it about the color of our skin that people hate so much? What is it? Are there any? How many true Americans are really here in the United States? Can you count them? The majority of people who are here have some kind of immigrant in their DNA somewhere, someplace. So we just need to just cool it and stop it and start living in love and forget about the hate. Do you see what hate and envy and jealousy can do to people? Envy can ruin lives. And that's what I see. They're so envious of the black man in the White House that they will do anything to mash up, crash up, and dismantle the United States of America. Why do they do this? I am simply asking the question because I think they are just absolutely insane. Okay? And we just need to stop. Oh my goodness. Anyway, some other news here for you. Airlines. Airlines, you know, the airlines, they're another one. They just kind of stick it to us every turn we make. They raise the fares, then they give you no service, then they give you no food, then they give you those are dried up pretzels, and I'm just raging against everybody today. And a little soda, if you please, or some OJ, or some water in a little cup. What happened to the airline industry? So here we go now. And I gather that the TSA, the FAA, they're trying to get together in deciding what to do with cell phones on a plane. And they're still testing whether if you're on your cell phone, it can bring down the plane. No, it can't bring down no plane. They're lying. How on earth is a cell phone going to bring down a plane? They really think we're fools, don't they? Work the quirks out and let people do what you tell them to do on the plane. Does the pilot have an iPad or a cell phone in the cockpit? Does he turn it off? Or is it on when he's flying? And oh, what a pity about that pilot who had a heart attack on the plane and then end up dying after all the efforts of those medics that were actually on board. So we send prayers out to his family. So you see, you never know what's going to happen to you. You're here today and gone tomorrow. Does the Republicans understand that? And do they understand that they're getting no more real estate in the earth than anyone else? Do they realize that we all have the same color blood? We hopefully should have it when we get a cut. What is it about these Republicans that they just don't get it? They want to cut snap for poor people. They hate poor people because they think if you cut snap, they'll go out and find a job and they'll be able to be self-reliant. Some people were not born with a silver, gold, platinum spoon in their mouth like Mitt Romney. And his dad is the one who made him. Donald Trump, whose dad is the one who made him with legacy. That's what it's called, legacy. Paul Ryan, whose dad also set him up too. Shall we go down the list? Some people are just born into poverty and no way can they break the cycle unless there's one bright star kid in there who can go to college and do well and help his parents out of their rut. And yes, we can also break the cycle in another way with teenage women, white and black and Hispanic and Chinese and every other ease. Close your legs and stop having sex without a condom if you really need to have it. And bringing babies into the world that you don't want. And then when the kids come to the earth, then you treat them poorly and they starve. And they get hated by the Tea Partiers and the Republicans, especially if they're black ones. Can't you all learn and see and do better? Oh. So the airlines are introducing a new bevy of fees. But this time, passengers might actually like them. I don't think, it's only because you have to fly. Because if I could drive everywhere I need to go, I would just drive. But there's a funny story online about the kid who said, "Don't worry about me, just drive." That's what she was telling her dad, a toddler. She seemed like she couldn't be more than 4 years old or something like that. And she's pushing her dad around. So we need some 4-year-olds to go and push those Congress people around, especially the Tea Partiers. Unlike the first generation of charges, which dinged flyers for Once free services like checking a bag, these new free fees, I'm calling them, promise a taste of the good life. Why do I need a taste of the good life when I'm flying? If I'm flying first class, I expect it, but if I'm flying coach, I know I'm getting nothing anyway. Or at least a more civil fight. A more civil flying experience. Let's just put it that way. Extra leg room. Yeah, you know, because all your money you pay, you squeeze up and you have to bend your knees the whole time. You can barely stretch it out. Early boarding and access to quiet lounges were just the beginning. Airlines are now renting Apple iPads preloaded with movies, selling hot first-class meals in coach, no doubt, and letting passengers pay to have an empty seat next to them. I ain't paying for that. Well, I don't want to pay. I don't want to be that antisocial that I don't want anyone to sit beside me. I don't want to be like Ted Cruz talking about he ain't going to study with no one unless they went to Harvard and Princeton. No, I don't mind having someone beside me as long as they behave like normal people should behave. Okay, once on the ground, they can skip baggage claim, having their luggage delivered directly to their home or office. No, thank you. I'll take my own bag. And as a matter of fact, most of the times when I travel, I tried my best not to check any bags. And when you pack to go, I see people packing to go on a week's vacation and they have 2 10 bags. Where are you going? You just need one carry-on bag, pack it properly. You don't need more clothes than that. And most of the times, I will come back home and I did not wear everything in my suitcase. So you need to learn to pack your bags properly. So you're not paying the airlines all that excess baggage money. Think, people. Roll up. And when you go on vacation, you need to carry things that don't crush. You fold them up small, and when you shake them out, they are brand spanking new, no creases. That's how you pack for vacation. You pack clothing that does not get crushed, so you don't have to go iron your shirt or iron your pants. In the near future, airlines plan to go one step further, they inform us, using massive amounts of personal data to customize new offers for each flyer. I don't want them accessing my information to go tell me anything. I don't want to hear it unless you're giving me a free ticket or you lowering the prices to fly wherever I want to go. I don't want to hear you. Okay, this is a quotation from Mr. John Thomas of LEK Consulting. He said, "We've moved from takeaways to enhancements." It's all about personalizing the travel experience. Now they think we're stupid again. They're doing what? And how much are they going to charge me to deliver my bag to my house? Do they really think we're that dumb? I'm not. I'll take my own bags. Thank you very much. I don't care how many millions I get in the future. I will still be taking my own bag. It's called humility. Yeah, I like to travel first class. But if I can't, it's okay. It's no big deal. As long as the trip is not too long. Because when the trip is long, man, you suffer. Seriously. But sometimes you don't, because if you're going to London, which most of the times the London flights are in the night, sometimes you can get a whole row of economy seats to yourself so you can sleep instead of paying first class. So you never know. So, Mr. Thomas, we're not buying it. We've moved from takeaways to enhancements. Okay, so they're going to give us back the hot meal on the plane? I used to be a flight attendant, so I know how this works. Are we going to get hot meals back if we're flying for 3 hours? And some of these airlines that have business class and they take you from Atlanta to Los Angeles and you get cookies. Hello. And they want to make it a personalized travel experience by putting your name into this database and calling you and bugging you and sending you all those annoying emails, I don't even open them. Maybe you should try that. It would be a good thing. I think we're going to take another break and come back in just a moment, in just a moment, as we begin to speak here. Speak, Miss Wright. Hello, everyone. This is a season of giving, and I'm asking you to consider one of your gifts to be Deadly Negligence, written by yours truly, Diana Wright. A story that will give you hope, make you mad, shock you sometimes, but is bound to increase your faith and make you believe in miracles again. So please, give Deadly Negligence as a gift, as the gifting season begins to heat up. I am depending on you to do this for me. Thank you so much, and be the proud person to give a gift of the book Deadly Negligence. It's available on Amazon.com and on my website dianawrighttv.webs.com. Thank you so much for my viewers around the world and in the United States. Be blessed. Okay, we are back, and we thank you so much for joining us. We welcome you from around the world and in the United States. This is the Diana Wright Show Live, and we are going to continue now with something that is quite incredible, I think. Daryl Hannah, do you remember her? She now says that she's autistic. Wow, incredible that she was so successful as an actress. And she was autistic. During the 1980s and beyond, Daryl Hannah was a staple of the silver screen. Yes, she was, starring in hits like Splash, remember that? Blade Runner, Wall Street, and Steel Magnolias. As she recently admitted to People, however, her fame presented a bigger challenge. Remember when I keep saying to you, don't wish for other people's lives because you're not sure, you have no idea what they're going through or what they've done to get where they're at. We need to truly, and this story really brings this home. Her fame presented a bigger challenge for her than the public realized. Diagnosed with autism as a child, Hannah is now 52 years old, hid her disorder for fear of not being hired, despite having battled debilitating shyness throughout her entire life. So hear this. When people have a little disability, we need not throw them under the bus, as the Tea Partiers would like us to do. But seriously, I want to know though, when Obamacare is really set in and, all the quirks are ironed out and they tweak it and they do make changes, and stop, Mr. President, stop giving favors and exemptions to politicians. They should be going through everything that we're going through on the street here. Yeah? And seriously, just think about it. We throw away people like Hannah. If we knew that she was autistic, no one would hire her for sure. And look what she brought to us in her acting. She said, I've never been comfortable being the center of attention. It's always freaked me out. I'm a grown-up now, she explained. I've learned a couple of things that really would have made my life easier if I'd known them 20 years ago. As a girl, Hannah says, she handled her discomfort by rocking back and forth. And if you know people who are autistic, a lot of them do that. Now she's found healthier outlets for her fears and frustrations, like risking her own freedom in the name of causes like mountaintop removal, farmers' rights, and opposition to TransCanada Keystone XL pipeline. She said, I wasted so much time, scared, self-conscious, and insecure. And that's the reason I preach. My intention on this show is to get every single human being out there especially women and girls, to love themselves, love who you are. I love me, 3 magic words that will save you from a lot of the troubles that you cause on yourselves. Like trying to get a boy who really don't like you, but you like him. If you love yourself, you won't be doing that. Or trying to get some guy to marry you when he really doesn't want to. If you love yourself, you will not be doing that. Wow. Life is too short, she says, to stress the small things anymore. Hannah, who has been arrested a handful of times for her protest efforts. She was arrested a couple of times, not for being autistic, but for protesting causes. Now lives on a farm with her boyfriend of several years. Wow. In 2007, she told the Telegraph, "Getting older has brought me peace of mind." Isn't it wonderful to have peace of mind? Isn't it wonderful to love yourself and love who you are and accept who you are and how God made you? It's a wonderful thing. It truly is. Okay. Let's go to some abortion issues in Texas. Because you see, I think there's a faction of the Republican Party that does different things. There's a faction that's totally obsessed with the vaginas of women, the abortion of babies with women, birth control, contraceptives, and then there's another one sect who seem to hate all people. Black, brown, in between, Chinese, immigrants, whatever. As long as you're not like them, they hate you. And then there's another sect that kind of mixes up all of that. And they're like, oh, we're conservative Christians, and, you know, we're holier than you, and we're so perfect, and do. And then you find out that they're doing some crazy things. So which part of the Republican Party are you? Are you willing to put these crazy people back in Congress in 2014 and as governors of your state, and they're working against you? Why do people want to vote for people who are working against them? For the life of me, I just don't get it. These guys go to Washington and they vote against every constituent in their district. Because most of the times the things that they try to get through will only benefit the rich in their district. Just do some research, guys, and you know, I'm not talking crazy. The nation's largest provider of abortion sued the state of Texas on Friday, hallelujah, over a controversial new law that puts restrictions on abortions. Planned Parenthood, which has nearly 750 affiliate health centers, faces a loss of a large number of their centers in the state due to provisions within the new law. That's the argument of the organization's officials. The lawsuit challenges a provision stating that doctors who provide abortions must have admitting privileges at a local hospital, and another part that requires direct supervision of a doctor for women to receive the so-called abortion pill. That's the RU 486. What? Quote, "We're in court today to stop a terrible situation for women in Texas from getting even worse." And this, of course, was said by Cecile Richards, who is the president of Planned Parenthood Federation of America. The Texas Attorney General's office had no immediate comment, and why would they? You expect them to comment? No, because they know they're stupid. Opponents argue the new law could make it difficult for women to get an abortion in rural areas of the state. Well, you know, I'm wondering how many people are going to move from Texas to another state that can give them what they want. Just like the gay people. You don't want me to get married here? I'll just go someplace else. What's the big deal? Okay, they also say the procedure requires very few women to be admitted to a hospital. Yeah, abortions don't require a hospital setting. The new provisions, well, I mean, you don't want crazy doctors like the one that they arrested and he's now serving time in jail. But you do know that when you go to a doctor's offices, there are several things a doctor can do in his office that you don't need to go to a hospital for. And abortion is one of those things. The new provisions will not go into effect until October 29th. Boy, October is a big month. The 17th for the for the debt ceiling, and now, October 29th, Texas is looming. The issue has dominated Texas politics and helped to elevate the profiles of a leading Democrat. Remember her? Senator Wendy Davis, when she stood up there in her sneakers? Stage of nearly 11-hour. That was actually a real filibuster. Not the fake one of Senator Ted Cruz last week. Again, she filibustered against abortion restrictions and has told supporters she may run for governor. Ouch. Rick Perry, how does he stay governor of Texas with all the crazies that he's doing there? Amazing, amazing, amazing. Wow. Okay, let's see. Things you buy and you just don't need it. Have you thought about that? There are quite a few things that we buy. Sometimes because, we're pressured by the salespeople. Never allow salespeople to pressure you, okay? Just walk away. Like I will go into a store and they're talking and my husband is standing there and I just walk away because I'm not listening to the crap they're trying to sell me, okay? I came to buy X and that's all I'm buying. Don't try to sell me YZ. Not interested. Because I have a mind of my own and I love me. How about that? So, there's some things though. Like there's some people who everything they see advertised on TV in those QVCs and those shopping channels, they buy one. And then when you go to their houses and you say to them, "Oh, have you used this?" "No, I haven't used it." "Why am I using it?" "I just bought it because I had disposable income that I could just waste. Or I could have charged it on my charge card," because that's what they do. Because you can't pay for the thing on QVC with cash. You have to use a credit card. Okay, so here's some of the things. Number 1 on the list, extended warranties. Don't you know for sure, and this is something I know for sure, whether you buy a car, a TV, a computer, or whatever, they make it, design it to be fine during the warranty years until the warranty runs out. And then if it's a day over the warranty, they give you a hassle. And you gotta pay. So why don't you keep that money that you're gonna use for the extended warranty and use it to pay for the thing to repair it, if you want to repair it. Because some of the times, most of these things that you're going to repair, it will be cheaper to buy yourself a new one. Okay, we're going to take another break here and come back in just a moment. This one is right about now. We're going to take this break and come back in just a moment. Hello, everyone. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well, because I'm inviting you to my first book signing, and that will take place October 19th from 6 to 9 p.m. It's going to be in Plantation at the Midtown 24. The address is 700 Southwest 78th Avenue, and that's of course in Plantation. We ask you to join us from 6 to 9 p.m. and if you need further information, please give me a call at 561-228-1921. I'm inviting all my friends and supporters to come out and let me autograph your book for you if you already purchased the book. But if you haven't, it will be there on sale. And if we run out, wow, I will find a way to get you your copy by mail. So bring 10 friends. And if you bring 10 friends, what I promise to do is give you an autographed copy of my book, Deadly Negligence. So I promise you that this book, when you read it, it will give you hope. It will increase your faith, and it will let you believe in miracles again. So do join me October 19th from 6 to 9 p.m. for the book signing of Deadly Negligence, taking place at Midtown 24. The Alibi Room, that is, and it's at 700 Southwest 78th Avenue in Plantation. And there'll be lots and lots of things going on, and you don't want to be late because I want you to absorb everything. And I promise you that this story and this experience will be a captivating one. So join me October 19th from 6 to 9 p.m. at the Alibi Room at Midtown 24, 700 Southwest 78th Avenue, and that's in Plantation, Florida. Look forward to seeing you, meeting you, and greeting you, and of course sharing my testimony with you. Have a great evening, and take care and be blessed. Remember the magic words: I love me. Okay, alrighty, we are back, and we just, I'm just so amazed about things when they happen, and I'm thinking about extended warranties. As we went to break, we're going to talk about that. Yeah, so extended warranties are some of the, it's just one of those things that you buy and you really don't need it. Do you really need it? No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't need it. Group deals, Living Social and Groupon. Never got attracted to those things. You know, Oprah made Groupon very big and people latched into it and latched on, and, you know, it got big and all that kind of stuff. But they're saying those group deals, waste of time. Gym memberships, that's the big one. And I think a lot of people need to stop, because January 2014 is coming up, and I see you all going, oh, my New Year's resolution is to go to the gym and be fit. You don't need to go to the gym, because going to the gym, what it does is a lot of you go to the gym, you sign up, and you never return, or you go a few times. And when you don't pay, it ruins your credit. When I did mortgages, there were lots and lots of my clients whose credit was damaged because of a gym membership they refused to pay, because after a while they figured they didn't need to go. So please, I am asking you, do me this favor. Get on your floor in your house, work out there. Buy yourself a couple of dumbbells or whatever, and you don't really need that. Use your own body. You can use your own body to exercise, to work out with. Yoga doesn't need any instruments, does it? I'm not a yoga enthusiast, but some of the moves are great. Some of them you just can't do because your body is not flexible enough. But I'm serious. I really, truly want you to decide to work out with your own body. It's not going to cost you anything. If you want to watch like Shaun T or whatever while he's giving his infomercial, just do the exercises that you see them doing on the television. It's free. You don't have to order the program. Just watch the exercises. Put it in your brain. You don't want to do that? Go online. There are tons of exercises on there. Using your own body. Okay? Canned soup. How many of us buy those canned soup, especially people who live in hurricane places like Florida? Well, nowadays everybody's hurricane anyway, because who knew that Jersey would have had Sandy? And those canned soups stay there for years. And no one eats them. Stop buying canned food soups. Okay? Okay, exercise equipment. Yeah, there you go. I dealt with that one before I even got to it. Exercise equipment that becomes clothing hangers, or they just sit there and they gather dust, and then you have to clean them up and cover them up, and you still don't use them. I believe in using my own body to work out. Yeah, a couple of weights here, a couple of weights there, maybe. And even then, I don't use those very often. Mobile apps. You know those mobile apps that everybody wants to have? How many times do you use it? 1 time? 2 times? Or maybe 5 times? But you download the app and you got to pay for it. I'm not talking about the free apps. The free apps, yeah, you can download all the ones you want. But make sure I was told by someone who works for the phone company that when you're downloading the apps, make sure they have like the most stars. So if it has 5 stars, it's actually better than trying to download something with 4 stars. It's better for your phone. So that's a little tip there. Okay. Swimming pools. How many times you go and people spend $50,000 to $100,000 for a pool and they use it 3 times a year? Ha ha! Even in the hot climate, they still don't use it. Frogs take it up. Some places the raccoons are in. Nah, let's think about that. Kitchen gadgets, like pasta, drying racks, salmon poachers, and food processors. I met a lady just the other day in Costco who said she bought a juicing machine and she never even opened it. And it's 6 months already. Do people really have money to waste like that? I don't. Come on. Let me tell you something. When I buy something, even clothing in the store, I try my best to wear it that week. Next day. At least I know if I'm gone, I wore it. So stop buying things that you don't need. Books. A lot of people buy books and they don't read them. You need to read those books when you buy them, because it's like my story, my book, Deadly Negligence. You buy that book, you read it. I promise you, it will open up your mind. It will teach you things that you never knew that you can pass on to your children and your family members, and you will be uplifted by my book, Deadly Negligence, available on Amazon and on my website. Clothing. A lot of people, they say you only wear 20% of your clothes that you buy in your closet, and you keep wearing the same things over and over. No, not me. My daughter says to me sometimes, Mom, where are you going? You're all dressed up. Yeah, I have my clothes. I ain't going no place else. I'm coming to pick you up. You're special. And she will just have a good laugh, because I'm going to pick her up. So I get dressed up to go pick up my daughter at school. You never know what will happen on the road. Okay? Anyway, clothing. Yeah, that's the last one. So, oh my goodness. Just want to remind you about a few things before we have to go. The time just runs out so fast and I don't want to go over. I can go over if I'd like, but it creates a problem when I'm trying to upload and download and all that. It's too long. So, anyway, I want you to understand that when you give, it makes you feel good. So why don't you join us on Saturday, October 5, courtesy of Save a Life Jamaica Foundation, for the Party of the Year. It's a fundraising event, a white fundraising event, meaning you need to find something in your closet that's white to wear. Can be a shirt, a pants, a shoes, whatever. Wear something white. And don't tell me you don't have anything white, because you do. Don't lie. And don't tell me that you're a Christian and you don't want to come to a party, because Jesus went to weddings, celebrations, and this is for a good cause, to help people who cannot help themselves or just need a little nudge. Yeah? So check it out. October 5, the event of the year, courtesy of Save a Life Jamaica Foundation. It is Saturday, October 5. I think dinner will be served at 9:30 on, and you'll be allowed to order what you want. Your meal comes to you hot and fresh. How many fundraisers do you go to like that? No. You can order what you want on the menu. You'll have a choice of things that some people are going to like fish, some will like chicken, and all that kind of stuff. Yeah? So come and join us as we celebrate, as we fundraise, and as we raise money for deserving people. You heard what the name of the foundation is? Save a Life Jamaica Foundation, courtesy of the lady at the top there is Novlet Gale. So join us, come and party with us, and wear your white. Come on, go run to the store. You can get something white for $10. Don't be such a cheapskate. I look forward to seeing you there. And the rest of the news will have to wait until tomorrow, because it's almost time to go. I'm going to play you one more promo before I jump out of here. And I'll be back in just a moment to say ciao. How about that? Wherever you are around the world and in the United States, please join the conversation. Give me a call at 561-228-1921. We discuss issues around the world that includes love, sex, and life in general. So join me Monday through Friday, 561-228-1921. That's 561-228-1921. Okay, yeah, that was a quick one, and we are back with you, just about to say ciao, and thank you so much for joining us today. We have much more for you tomorrow, and don't listen to these crazy Republicans telling you about to shut down the government come midnight tonight. Those of you who are on Social Security, you are depending on your checks. The soldiers that are fighting, they're going to continue to fight without getting paid. And the economy, stupid, will be hurt. Because all those stock market people, they will be making the market crumble. But we hope that they will, sanity will prevail. How about that? So Speaker Boehner, get your whip out and whip those Tea Party people into submission. And let them do the right thing, and let them know that they're not hurting President Obama, they're hurting the American people. And while you're at it, President Obama, stand your ground. And while you're at it, Speaker Boehner, just ask each and every one of those Republicans in your caucus to say 3 magic words: I love me. And if I do, I cannot continue to hate President Barack Obama. Have yourself a blessed day. Take care. Thank you for joining me from around the world and in the United States. And I know, and I command that this program will help you today and every day. Be blessed.